It's really, really hard to expand in the UK. It really is hard. They really don't give you incentives or help business owners, directors of small limited companies, try to expand, reinvest into the business because that's what you want to do. Even at the moment, for my last 5 years, my profit is being marginalized. I must be making like profit wise, I don't know, maybe 30 grand
Okay.
last 4 to 5 years
Okay.
because I've reinvested the
All goes
money.
back in. Okay. Yep.
All goes back in.
Yep. Yep.
All goes back in because I'm so I'm so focused on the teaching and computing side now because I now offer two provisions.
Yep.
I could come into your school and fix your IT, and also I could teach your kids.
Yes.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
come into my business, I could do both, discounted price, and you're all in.
That is
You
really
know.
good, bro. That's such a good
So
business.
but again, I had to invest and try and build. And there was some times where it was really touch and go, touch and go because,
Yeah.
and that's the thing which I want people to understand. It's like you may have a boss or an owner, a founder. I'm telling, especially depending medium business, let's say small to medium businesses. Those medium businesses, depending on how many people you employ,
Yeah.
500 people. I don't know, let's say 50 people to 100 people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like medium-sized businesses.
Yeah.
You'd be so surprised the margins, how close. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
you
Absolutely
know,
right. Yes. Yes.
oh my gosh, and so and I want people to understand that when you are working for smaller companies, whatever you may stay that extra 10 minutes, you may take that call outside of work, yeah, working hours. I'm telling you, the business owner knows it and appreciates it, and will at some point reward you for your efforts.
So
They
you're
can't reward you now because it's not ready to get rewarded
yeah,
yet.
yeah, correct, correct, correct,
Yeah, I
correct.
can't reward you yet when I have nothing to reward you with.
So let me ask you this. This is really good, Joel. We're talking about good employees, which we need in our businesses. We're talking about the fact that being an employee is important to go through that so you can understand how to take instructions, what things look like from an employee's perspective, as opposed to just growing up and being a boss. Um, the question I was gonna ask you now is, I think I was gonna ask you, employee. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Bear with me, because I had a question that I was thinking about. What did we do? We did important to be an employee. We did employee be going for employment is necessary. You as an employer, me as an employer doesn't want to be the employee as such. All right. I think the question was this: are you more inclined to hire full-time staff, or are you more inclined to hire contractors into your business?
It depends on what the business needs. So I'm not against either. I've hired both. If you want consistency, yeah, at some point you're going to have to employ someone. And okay, hear me out. If you hire a contractor, that contractor is not obliged to stick around and it can leave at any point. And to be honest, an employer could do the same thing, but there's still contractual obligations and they want the references, and it's and this is why you have employment, because you want that level of consistency and that person taking ownership and responsibility for their role. When you're hiring someone as a contractor, you're paying them to do a specific job, and that's it. They don't care about the overall concept of your
Okay.
business.